Welcome back, you guys. This is your stimulus check and stimulus package update for Tuesday, August the 4th. Hope you guys are having a wonderful Tuesday. Happy Tuesday to you guys. So in this video, we're going to focus on the executive orders that President Trump has been discussing and how this may actually cause stimulus to be pushed out a little bit faster for us and actually may reinstate the $2,400 per month federal unemployment insurance benefits, as well as extending the renter's eviction moratorium. As you guys know, the federal unemployment insurance benefits and renter's eviction moratorium expired this past week. And according to the numbers, we're looking at somewhere between 20 and 30 million renters potentially being put out on the streets if we don't get something passed pretty quickly. So my goal with this video here is to share as much useful information as I can with you guys and let you know where we are and what we can expect. Wanted to say a special shout out to all my family members out here. 80,000 members have joined the family. I just want to say thank you guys. And for all you guys who are brand new to the channel, my name is Ron. We cover all things personal finance, investing, how to make more money, how to generate multiple streams of income. So if you're interested in any of that, be sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Now, I just want to also touch on the fact that I do read all the comments. Sometimes it's just not quite possible for me to respond back to everyone. I know everyone's got questions about your stimulus checks and you have investment questions, and I want to address all of those different things, but sometimes it's just so many comments. I can't quite get to everyone, but I really try. But anyway, so there's a couple of comments that I did want to touch base on. With regard to politics. So, you know, when I'm covering stimulus check matters and the federal unemployment insurance benefits, these are all financial topics. And when I'm covering these topics, I try to be politically neutral. Honestly, I don't align with any party. I don't even, I really rarely even watch the news. I only watch the news or read the news in order to provide you guys with stimulus updates, and only to the extent that it impacts your finances. Otherwise, I really don't personally care about politics. So I just want to be really real and honest with you guys about that. I'm passionate about personal finance, building wealth, and helping more and more people to achieve financial freedom. And so if I ever seem a little bit more Democratic one day or liberal another day or Republican another day, don't think anything too far into that. I'm not aligned with any party. I'm just looking at what's happening and how can I get money to the people as quickly as possible, or at least provide you guys with the information you guys need to make effective financial decisions. So just wanted to put that out there to let you guys know where I stand on that. But with that being said, a lot of you guys have mentioned that, your unemployment insurance benefits have run out, and that I know. However, states are still paying unemployment insurance benefits. That part hasn't stopped. Now, to assist you guys with finding new jobs and landing new opportunities, I know that, all markets are not created equally. Not everyone's able to find a new job just like that. And I wanted to help out as best I can. So over the last couple of videos, I've been asking you guys to help each other out. A lot of you guys have landed new jobs in spite of this financial climate, this viral, economy that we're dealing with right now. A lot of you guys have found opportunities and landed new jobs. I've been asking you guys to drop a comment down below, letting me know exactly where you found your new job. And so that way, for those who are looking for new employment, they can actually look in the comments and find jobs that are not posted anywhere else. A lot of you guys have found jobs through friends or, through unconventional methods. And so basically, if you guys are looking for a job, I encourage you to look in the comments of this video, look in the comments of the previous two videos, and many of you guys have been listing exactly how you found your job, whatever website that you use to land it. And so that way you can actually find jobs that are not available anywhere else. So I just want to put that out there for you guys who are struggling to find a new position. But anyway, let's get into this here. According to the Washington Post, the White House is taking direct action to extend the enhanced unemployment insurance benefits and the moratoriums for evictions. So the enhanced unemployment insurance benefits were initiated from the CARES Act. That was the $2.2 trillion CARES Act passed back in March. And back on March 27th, the idea behind this was to ease the severe economic consequences brought on us as a result of the pandemic. Now, the objective behind the $600 per week federal unemployment insurance benefits. Now, the objective was to cover 100% of the average American's US wages. Now, here's the thing. In order to hit averages, you're going to have some people who are below the average, who are right dead smack right in the center of the average, and you're going to have people above the average. That's what an average is. So the problem that we've been facing is that a lot of the Senate is not happy with the fact that you have some people who are actually earning more money to stay home than to go back to work. Now, I get the argument. It makes sense, if the Senate's objective is trying to get people back to work, I understand where they're coming from. But if the main objective was to hit the average income and get that money out to the people as quickly as possible, you're going to overpay people. You're going to underpay some people. So, that's just what's going to happen unless you figure out some way to give people exactly what they earned in the form of unemployment insurance. And as we've seen, that isn't quite possible just yet. So where we are right now is that when the HEROES Act was passed in May, it provided an additional $1,200 stimulus check, and it extended the $600 per week federal unemployment insurance benefits out until January 2021. Now, the HEROES Act faced multiple issues once it got passed by the House of Representatives. One thing that we did see from the HEROES Act, it did provide an additional $1,200 stimulus check. But one issue that we came across with the HEROES Act when it got to the Senate was that the bill was $3 trillion. This was way beyond what the Senate wanted to spend. Also, of course, it included the federal unemployment insurance benefits. They didn't want to pay people to stay home and earn more money. So that was another issue. Plus, it also didn't include the liability protections insurance for businesses. Now, the next thing that we saw was from the Senate side. The Republican Senate brought in the HEALS Act. This came in and was presented to us last week, and this was initially presented to us by Mitch MCConnell. Basically, this provided a $1,200 stimulus check, just like the HEROES Act. So at least we have that in alignment. The next thing we saw was that the federal unemployment insurance benefits were reduced. They reduced from $600 per week down to $200 per week, up to 70% of the previous income of the worker. Now, in this particular HEALS Act, the liability protection for businesses was included. This was not in the HEROES Act. This was not in the CARES Act. This was brand new, but Mitch MCConnell was, pretty forceful on the fact that he wanted to make sure that this was in the bill. So it's in the bill, right? Now, there were several other line items that were drastically removed or cut from the HEROES Act in order to get the HEALS Act to be less than $1 trillion. Now, both of the bills, one was created by the Democratic-led House, the other one's created by the Republican-led Senate. Both of the bills included a number of different extra items in these stimulus packages that are not necessarily directly related to pandemic aid. And so that's where the biggest disagreement has come from. Now, the HEROES Act would have provided an additional 12 months of eviction and foreclosure moratorium, not to mention an additional $100 billion in emergency rental assistance and $11.5 billion in grants to prevent homelessness. Now, the HEALS Act didn't include any of that. In fact, they did not include the federal eviction moratorium either. So it's kind of like, leaving the renters out. Now, somewhere between 19 and 23 million renters are at risk of being evicted by the end of September. And the number is even greater if you look at, the number of renters being evicted by the end of the year. Now, according to the Washington Post, the Trump administration is thoroughly evaluating taking some unilateral action. So what does that mean? They're looking at leveraging the executive powers of the presidency to push forth certain objectives. The objective here is to bypass Congress and put something into writing that would somehow mitigate the economic damage that's been presented to us by the crisis. Now, President Trump has recently expressed unemployment insurance benefits and the eviction moratoriums extensions as his top priorities. Now, here's a direct quote from President Trump. "A lot of people are going to be evicted, but I'm going to stop it because I'll do it myself if I have to. I have a lot of powers with respect to executive orders, and we're looking at that very seriously right now." Just Monday, Senate Majority Leader Mitch MCConnell said that it's time for the Democratic leadership to get serious about making law for the American people. I think everyone's ready for the American people to finally get taken care of. So the general consensus from the Republican-led Senate with regard to the $600 per week federal unemployment insurance benefits was that it was disincentivizing Americans from wanting to go back to work because there were many Americans earning more money to stay home than they were earning to go back to work. Now, a recent report from the Yale Economist shows that there was no actual evidence that enhanced jobless benefits provided by Congress in March through the CARES Act reduced people's demand in terms of going back to work in any way at all. Now, the reason why I bring this up is because this is one of the key sticking points for why the Senate was not willing to pass the HEROES Act. They didn't want to pay people more money to stay home. They don't want to disincentivize people going back to work, and they don't want to spend more money on a stimulus package than they need to be. So these Yale economists took this claim and did some research on their own to find out what was going on. So basically, a company called Homebase, they're a private company that provides scheduling and time clock software to small businesses, and that is included to hundreds of thousands of businesses across the country. So they went to this company, they took the data and evaluated that data and compared it to what has happened over the last several months. So what they found in this report was pretty interesting. What they found is that workers that were receiving more unemployment insurance benefits than what they used to earn actually began returning back to work just as quickly as those who were earning less money from unemployment insurance benefits than what they used to earn from work. So what the report found was that for the groups that were earning more money from unemployment insurance compared to those who are earning less money from unemployment insurance compared to how they used to earn from their normal jobs, whether or not you were earning more or less, both groups were returning back to work at the same pace. So anyway, guys, I just wanted to share this brief update with you guys because it comes from a very credible school and it was conducted by the Yale economists. And this is completely third party, and it shows clear evidence that there was no supporting evidence that people who were earning more from unemployment insurance benefits stayed home compared to, those who were earning the same amount or even less. So hopefully Congress takes this into consideration, the actual data, and doesn't use that assumption to kind of hold things up. And I'll keep you guys updated on the Trump administration's progress in terms of using their executive powers, and exploring their own unilateral actions that they can take in order to address the issues that, according to them, just cannot wait until the stimulus package is agreed upon by Congress. All right, guys, so that's all I've got for this update. I hope you guys found this valuable. If you did, do me a favor and smash that like button and consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. Otherwise, I'll catch you guys on the next one.